should be online.
And we're up. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Mario game.
Mm-hmm.
How's everyone doing tonight?
Might take a second for them to come in.
Yeah. I know, it's, doing the MC stuff. Let me get... I'm gonna be lazy and just do the usual chiptune playlist. Let's see if I can entice Stoker in here.
Well, seeing as my work has continued to not schedule anything for me basically this entire week, I've been able to spend quite a lot of time working on HC City Builder stuff.
Oh, how's that going?
It's going okay. Problem is I'm just at the boring part right now, which is just like setting up a bunch of base classes and interfaces and a whole bunch of very base work code stuff, so there's nothing pretty to show for it, unfortunately.
Alright. Stoker says he might pop in, quote unquote.
So, the Game Awards happened since the last time we were streaming.
I didn't see them. I saw a few tweets about them, but I mostly know nothing. So, why don't you give us the rundown? I'm an announcer tonight, apparently.
On this Rick Griffin show.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you,
Tonight,
Boxer, for the
live.
sub.
9 p.m. 8 Central. Oh, thank you, Boxer.
Let me think. Starting from the very top, I mean, It Takes Two won Game of the Year.
I'm not familiar with that one.
It is a little weird.
It takes two.
Compared to what it's gone up against, especially since Game Awards always seems like it's very geared towards very AAA stuff, and It Takes Two is kind of like a AA game. Yeah. It's by the same guy who did Brothers Tale of Two Sons. Was it Inside Out? No. Get Out? I forget what it was called. It was the one where you're two guys trying to escape prison.
That looks cute.
And this one was about two parents having marital problems, and their daughter makes a wish or something and turns them into dolls so they can solve their marital problems.
The human models are kind of creepy, but I like the doll models.
Mm-hmm. It's the the guy who made all those games is also the guy, you might know him as the Fuck the Oscars guy.
I never really watched the Oscars. I mean, not since like the 90s.
Well, no, he did some hosting at the Game Awards in like 2016, 2017, where he's just like, Game Awards are where it's at, man. Like fuck the Oscars, right? It's here as the real stuff. And
is that how he speaks?
Like Tommy Wiseau? Oh.
No, he's like Central European or something, I think.
Well, like Tommy Wiseau.
Oh, well.
Who is
Tommy
some
Wiseau contends that he
vaguely
was
Central
born in
European
SoCal.
that nobody knows about.
Yes, he's got a bit of an accent. I'm probably overdoing it, but yeah.
Well,
Yeah, he said that, and that got memed up for forever, and so it's very funny every time he comes back whenever he has a new game, because his games are all pretty good.
Yeah,
and they all focus on like 2-player co-op stuff, stories.
I'm looking at the trailer. This looks very well crafted.
Mm-hmm. There was a Game Maker's Toolkit video where they were going over one of the levels with one of the level designers, and they were talking like, okay, how do you iterate on the design? How do you block it out? How do you do all this kind of stuff, right?
Hmm.
How you would arrive at certain designs for things, and like they talked a lot about how there was a system they had where one player had like a gel honey gun thing, and the other one had a match crowbar that fired matches that were lit, and basically they could light the jelly stuff on fire. And they said it took them forever to get to that because there was like 6 different ways they set that up of just like, oh, only this player can do this, or we have puzzles where only this player does this.
I know relatively little about game design. It's mostly opaque to me.
Mm-hmm.
But does sound interesting.
And I know very little about graphic design, so hey.
We're like the Wonder Twins.
Yeah.
Graphic design's easy. You just put it over here, and if it doesn't look good over here, put it over there, and add some serif fonts, and like I don't know, like some jungle patterns, and boom, there you go. You've got your PowerPoint presentation. It's easy.
Yeah, I love, Rick, how you're about ready to reset the race, but you forget this is Nintendo, which means there's rubber banding out the wazoo.
Not for these.
Well, not for these?
No, the cosmic races, those are just fixed path.
Oh, okay.
I was looking for a restart option, because I should be doing better than that right out the gate.
Ink Bleeder Wolf asks, just curious, will you be playing Galaxy 2?
Well, Galaxy 2 was not included in Super Mario 3D All-Stars, so probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the main limiting factor for that. Did you skip the Wii U generation, Rick?
No, I had a Wii U.
Okay.
Still sitting over there on the desk.
I had a roommate with a Wii U, but I didn't play it much because the controller interface kind of baffled me at the time. I mean, I get it now, obviously, but
I don't recall the walls being so destructive to shells, because that did not come up very much in the first time I did this stage.
Yeah, no, I remember this being a pain. Basically the same thing you're doing, where it's just like, oh, I'm very slightly off center, and I've run into a wall, and now the entire race is over.
So were there any other highlights from the awards?
Metroid Dread gets Best Action Adventure. Honestly, the hard drive article about Activision Blizzard winning Best Ongoing Kerfuffle is probably the best one.
Best ongoing kerfuffle.
I forget what the word they use is. It's scandal. Best Ongoing Scandal was Activision Blizzard.
I like how that's an award. That's a category.
It's from Hard Drive. They're like the Onion of video game news.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Frederick, the Wii U Pro controller kind of sucks. They put the buttons in the wrong position. I don't know
They
why
showed
they
the trailer
did
for
it.
Sonic 2.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought it was cute.
It's going to be a movie. I still haven't seen the first one, so that gives you an understanding of my interest in that sort of thing.
The first one was... Okay. Here's what I'm going to say about the first one. They made a good video game movie. Those are rare. That combination is rare. Most video game movies are not good. So I give them props for that. Was it amazing? Like avant-garde cinema, groundbreaking, with unpredictable plot twists? No, it was a buddy movie with Cyclops and a blue hedgehog. So yeah. But I mean, it was fun. It hit all the buttons. It didn't have anything really awkward about it.
Okay.
And when I say awkward, my measuring stick for that is usually the 80s Mario movie. So there you go.
Right. They did have Sonic's VA there to introduce the trailer, and he was joking about, he's like, thanks for telling us about like the teeth and the arms and stuff. Yeah, it was good that we caught that.
Oh, God. Ben Schwartz is a fantastic VA. He's really funny. He was also in the new DuckTales, and he did at least one thing with the Grumps. He's just a lot of fun.
And Player Will says Psychonauts deserves so much better. You're kind of right. I guess Psychonauts didn't win anything, even though everyone was just like, Game of the Year. Which is upsetting, but it's like, I don't know. It's still a good game, right? Whether or not it got an award doesn't exactly take that away.
Absolutely, it's a great game. It was very unexpected. I looked at like the trailer. I thought it would be one thing, and it was definitely not that thing. Psychonauts. I probably would have known this if I'd ever played the first game, but I mean, it was very much about like, in sort of this odd way, it was very much about like mental health and self-care, and I thought that was really interesting. Just like the themes that ended up kind of like dominating. Mm-hmm. I guess one would expect that from a game where you're diving into other people's minds, but I would definitely say Psychonauts 1 overall was less sort of thematic. I mean, it was less sort of focused on whatever its theme was, whereas Psychonauts 2 feels very sort of drilled into like, hey, we're going to be talking about like PTSD and survivorship and mental health and this kind of stuff. Yeah, it was really something.
Inkblitter, I don't know if I'd be that jaded saying that AAA pushes out everything else.
I think you told me this once before, but how is a AAA game defined again? Like, what's the? Is it like a rating?
When you find out, tell me.
Okay, I wasn't. The way it's described, it sounds like some kind of like, there's there's some sort of certification system. Like,
no,
that one was an F. This one's a B, and this is a AAA.
The biggest thing I can think of where that discussion came up is when I think Kena Bridge of Spirits was there got like indie game of the year, and everyone was just like, come on, that's not indie. And it's like, well, technically it is, because it was an independent studio and this was their first game. Yes, it looks like a Pixar movie that you could play, but it's technically an indie.
It's only really indie if nobody knows about it and the creator's starving.
Yeah, it's like it's only indie if it's shitty looking, but it has a really weird off-the-wall idea that nobody would take a monetary risk on.
I love games like that, but I don't know where the hell to find them. I should probably look at it more. I was about to say, that's probably it.
And follow streamers who play that kind of stuff. I know Ezekiel the Third has a thing called Indie Sunday, which I think got moved to Wednesdays or Saturdays, whatever. He's moving his schedule around.
Yeah.
But yeah, he plays a whole bunch of indie games. He'll play them for like 1 or 2 hours and then move on to the next one.
That's great.
And it's a nice way to sort of find out about different games.
I really should bookmark this right now because I'm just looking at the front page and I'm already seeing stuff that looks a lot more interesting.
I always tie the AAA to B. Let's make the same game over and over and people will still pay for it. I mean, I guess. I mean, that's part of AAA, right? But it's like, there are definitely companies that make different games every time, but there's still definitely a AAA developer.
Alright, I get onto the Xbox.
Nice. Apparently it comes from the credit industry. Okay. The AAA bonds. That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, people will often talk about AAA and indie, and some people, myself included, also add in AA. Is like,
There's a quadruple A.
yeah, quadruple A. If that is the thing, quadruple A is like your Activision Blizzards, whatever, where it's just like they own multiple AAA developers.
Right. And then there are B games, also known as bargain bin games or shovelware.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love that. It's so derogatory.
Well, I mean, it's deserved a lot of the time.
I definitely played a few of those back in the day.
Yeah. The Unity Asset Store is both a very powerful tool and a horrible blight on indie games. Because people will do nothing but just buy stuff off the asset store, stick it together, and then sell it for $2.
That's awesome. I want to make bad games.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Do you want to make bad art?
No, I want to make bad games with great art. That's what I want. I want to just like frustrate everyone. Like, oh, the art's so good, but I hate. It's got like the worst interface ever, and like a train wreck story that's just like like you can't play it without getting utterly aggravated.
The problem there is you're just gonna have people accuse you of stealing the art. When you have such a bad game with such good art.
You stole
be like, oh, where'd you get this?
God. I'll make the game under an alias and then announce that I'm suing myself for
I will make loads of money off of the internet clicks on the articles.
God. I'll make like a thread calling myself out and get everyone else really pissed off about me. It'll be amazing. Raptor says, I've added the category of G games, which are those gambles that seem ridiculous but turn out good. Like KOA remake?
Huh. I mean, I guess I would need more examples because I'm not familiar with that game of what a G or G-star game is. Would it be like Bennett Foddy games?
Oh, God! Why would you invoke that? Oh,
what?
no.
What do you mean, why would I invoke that? He's absolutely... The way the Soul Raptor describes it, Bennett Foddy would be a perfect G developer.
No,
He
you're
makes
right.
G games.
What's it called? Like Getting Over It? That game makes me angry.
Yeah, Getting Over It, QWOP, a bunch of games that he's done like that, where it's just really stupid control schemes, but somehow they're entertaining.
Well, there's something.
Uh-oh. Jonas?
What? No.
What are you snickering about?
Oh, nothing. I'm just chuckling myself because I'm a jerk.
I'm always nervous when you start to snicker because it's usually never going to lead to good things.
No, I don't have anything particular in mind right now. Or do I?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm making fun of you. No, I'm not.
Racing
Not
the
yet.
spooky speedster. It's another race. On the Skull Planet. It's the Mr. Skullhead Show.
Nice.
I don't know why, but
Well, go ahead.
yeah, looking at the shape of that skull makes me think it's supposed to be like a toad skull or something.
Is that a boo mushroom? It sure is. And now you're
Hey,
Boom
everybody,
on.
it's Jill Board.
Hey, Jailboard! Edric says, imagine the crossover between Super Mario Galaxy and Outer Wilds. Oh, that'd be a thematic nightmare. Look, you don't mix your uppers and your downers, and that goes for your game designs as well.
God, that's what we need. We need a super depressing Mario game. It'll be a hit. It's fits the zeitgeist. God. Actually, I don't know. I mean, I'm still Paper Mario was kind of the 1,000-Year Door was kind of depressing for me.
1,000-Year Door was?
Yeah, with the not 1,000, the Origami King. Sorry.
Okay, I was gonna say, I'm like, 1,000-Year Door was not a depressing game. It was almost more scary. There were definitely some weird bits in that game.
Nah, my brain gleeped. I had a junior moment.
Okay.
But yeah.
But yeah, Origami King had some weird, like, I was supposed to say, like, nihilism to it.
Yeah, it sure did.
Because it's like, yes, Bobbery, okay, we get it. But that wasn't the only character that was just like, oh, this is the end. I guess that's it then.
What was the brother's name again?
What, Luigi?
No, the Origami brother, the little jerk.
Ollie?
Ollie, thank you. Yeah, Ollie. Yeah, he was sort of he was a little bleak. Ollie had some issues. I guess they were going for the whole like yin yang opposites thing, like the sister being optimistic and the brother being just like hopeless.
I guess, but if you make your characters too like archetypical, then they can come off as like featureless.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she was constantly. There was no way to like. Okay, there was very little way to upset her. She was like. She was just like upbeat. I mean, okay, except for certain plot developments, she was completely upbeat. Just like.
That's why I like 1,000-Year Door better. I think that, or not 1,000-Year Door. Was it Super Paper Mario with Tippy and Count Bleck? I thought they had a great story with them, where it's just like, yes, Bleck is evil, and yes, Tippy is good, but Tippy is also like a very impatient person, and she also is like kind of irritable, and Bleck is like, he's not doing this to be evil, he's doing it because he legitimately thinks there's nothing left in the world for him, right? Because his love abandoned him. Right, and he has the opportunity to fix that, and he does, which completely makes his character all the more interesting.
Okay, that's too hot.
Jonas, are you trying to sip a cup of coffee right now?
No, not right now. Several seconds ago, maybe. Why?
It's 10 p.m.
It's only 8:13 here.
Sure.
Jonas doesn't drink nearly as much coffee as Carrie does, though.
Really? Oh, I never knew. Nice. Yeah, it's
Carrie reacts differently to caffeine. So
yeah.
he will drink coffee right before bed because it puts him to sleep.
Wow.
Yeah, I get that sometimes. Or if I drink like coffee or tea, it'll wake me up. But if I drink like soda or like some kind of like sugary caffeine, it'll actually make me more tired.
Nice. Well, it's only half calf tonight, so it probably won't be too bad for me.
Yeah, the only things I know about Kari so far are feet and cars.
Feet and cars.
Hopefully we have an opportunity to change that. Maybe come next year when we have a bunch of people coming for TFF.
God, that's right. I need to talk to you about that at some point, but we'll do that later.
Yeah, I'm gonna start looking at what we can do. Some kind of party room or collection room or something.
Oh my God, it's been so long since I've gone to a convention. It feels. I mean, okay, it's been 6 years, but it feels longer. You know what I mean? Because prior to RMFC in 2015, my last one was, I think, FC in 2011, and I was barely there. I was in the hotel for like all of maybe like a few hours. So I have not really had the con experience. Really had the con, and RMFC was kind of a snoozer. So because I knew like maybe like a handful of people there. So I haven't really had like the exhaustive con experience in a decade.
Right.
I should. God.
What about you, chat? You got any plans for 2022? Con plans or otherwise? Maybe going to visit a country or family in another part of the world?
Visit your friends, visit your foes.
Visit your friends' foes and exactly revengeance.
Yeah. Get a cool weapon and just start kicking ass. 2022. I don't know what's going on as far as local cons, but if there is one up here in Seattle, if it actually happens in person, I'll probably go to that. But I have no idea if anything is happening.
PAX? Man, I'm so upset. Like, right as COVID ends, right as I have a job, my life is like together and stuff. They're like, PAX South, gone. And I'm like, no, that was the one close by.
Sorry. Let's see what is the current con around here. Oh right, Fervana.
You say that with such like disappointment in your tone.
Fervana. Nah, well, okay. The thing about Fervana is it's way out in the boondocks. Like, okay, as I understand it, it's held in. Oh, hi, Stokes.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Glad to hear it.
Fervana's held out in like Ocean Shores, which is like a million miles away. Like it's
literally
like,
we counted.
Yeah, thanks. Now it's like I'm in. I'm near Seattle proper. I'm outside of Seattle, and getting to Ocean Shores is like, let's see, that's got to be at least 3 hours.
Oof, yeah, that's a long ways away.
Okay, so 2.5 hours from where I am. 3 hours from Seattle proper. And I'm not opposed to that.
It took me 3 hours to get from where I am to Austin. That's a bit of a drive to still be in Seattle.
A little bit, yeah. And shut up. And well, part of me really misses the beach. Like, really misses the beach. I don't know if I'd really want to go all that way for a con. Or if I was gonna, I mean, I would go there if like everybody I knew was gonna show up. But I don't even know who all goes to Fervana, so it's like,
Right.
Literally every single person you know, even the ones who aren't furries.
No, I was asking around.
Don't you know I've been to Fervana the last 5 years?
Yeah. No, I was asking around, and people were like, yeah, maybe. So it was just like, all right. Now there's one called Anthem Northwest, which I think is actually held in like downtown, but I know nothing about that one at all. Also, I think that one's like squeaky clean.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's correct. Yeah, it says here, right here, Anthropos Fest is a family-friendly event with a maximum rating of PG, which is, I can respect that, but
I can't.
I would feel very stifled.
How disrespectful, Stoker.
That's me.
I don't know how I would be able to like edit myself to be family friendly.
Ankle Showing Penny, our comic project.
Showing that. And now, don't look at my ankle. I'm cursed. And blah blah blah. Anyway, she says lots. She says lots of words like heck and dang it.
She does say lots of heck and dang it.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah.
Ankle
we'll
Showing
see.
Penny, I'm proud of that.
I haven't really made any concrete plans. Just I'm probably gonna go visit mom. But other than that, it's like I'm just waiting to see how things go, if you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean.
That looks like a melon in the center of that.
It is a melon.
Sphere. It is a melon. Well, that's good. It's a bigger melon. It's a very big melon.
No,
We like
don't get
big
to break
melons
the
here.
melon. It's just gonna grow really big, and then we get a star. That's it. We don't get to smash it.
Nope.
Where's Gallagher when you need him?
Can I tell you guys a story?
Nope, and you never will.
Okay, so this is an early example of me just spewing bullshit with a straight face. I just remember this looking at the melon. The melon reminded me. When I was a little kid, and my brother was a littler kid, I don't remember what the context was, but we were looking at, I think it was like a science magazine, like Omni or something, and there was an article about, it was about like genetically modified plants, and they had a photo of a green melon, or like a spherical green melon, and there was another article. I don't remember what it was about, but it featured workers in like clean suits inside what looked like a more or less spherical green chamber, and my brother, we were reading it, and I said to my brother, "Yeah, they shrink them down and put them in there, in the melons." And he's like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like,
monster.
and he's like, "No, they don't." I'm like, "Yes, they do."
Yeah, you never seen Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? That was a documentary about how that technology was invented.
Yeah, that was nonfiction.
Jonas, you are the worst.
And then like years later, he was like, I was a teenager and he was like an adolescent, and he was like, that time you told me that was bullshit. I'm like, yes, it was.
You should have continued to stick with it. Should have doubled down.
Oh God!
Just like, why would you think it's bullshit? No, that was completely real.
Yeah, that technology exists. They do that in Japan. You know, it's
Yeah, and when they have to go to bed at night, that's what they have those pod hotels for, is for the shrunken people.
They shrink their money too. That's how they save.
Yeah, that's why it's 100 yen for $1, because their money is just smaller.
Oh God!
Y'all ain't right.
I was a horrible big brother. I really was. I was the worst. But anyway,
At least you had fun.
2022. What do I want to do? I want to do next year. Well, I'd like to get out more.
Getting out, that's something that I used to do, isn't it?
Yeah. I want to try some hot chili peppers, you know, like a Scotch bonnet or something. I'll probably deeply regret that, but whatever.
It's alright, that's future Jonas's problem.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to. Go ahead.
When I was at work back when I was a manager at the movie theater, I said at one point they were like, "You're gonna regret that," and I'm like, "Well, that's future me's problem." And I got called out by a coworker who recognized that as a My Little Pony quote.
Wow.
And his excuse was that he had a little daughter, but
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
I was like, "Thank you for calling me out on that." Anyway.
I remember something that happened to me in computer club in junior high. I quoted Rescue Rangers, and another kid called me out, and then he tried to act like he tried to act like calling me out made him superior. You know,
Like, even though he knew it too.
even though he knew it too. Yeah.
That's hilarious. I hope you stole his lunch money.
I should have. Maybe it's not too late.
You just look him up on Facebook. Be like, Steve, give me your lunch money. He's like, I'm an accountant now. And you're like, nerd!
And you're just like, yeah, give me your lunch money. The $35 you're going to spend on a steak lunch.
Exactly.
God. I wonder if TFA has like an artist alley.
If what has an artist alley?
Texas Furry Fiesta.
Yeah, it does. You could just ask people who have been there.
Nah.
Like me.
Nah.
Or me.
Too easy. I don't like doing things the easy way.
Anyway, yes, it has an artist alley for...
I guess in theory I can get down there for like a day and do sketchbooks or something, and theoretically make back the budget for the con.
Theoretically.
In theory.
Do people still do like the whole sketchbook thing? Like
No, sketchbooks don't exist anymore.
Okay,
They were
thank you.
outlawed by Emperor
Look
Kurgus.
with it.
I've seen people who do it, and I've also seen people who do like they'll bring like iPad or something, and they'll draw on their iPad, and then they'll save the image to like a micro SD card, and then just give that to the commissioner.
That's different. Yeah, I could do that. I mean, I could just bring my. I guess I could just bring.
Because if you buy them in bulk and you don't buy any big ones because they only need to have like one image on them, you could buy them like $1 a piece or something.
Well, I have to get like an SD card reader for Mac. I mean, is that thing?
Well, I mean, it would be whatever is good for your hardware.
Oh, there's a Lightning SD card reader. Okay, fine, sure. There you go. Bob's your uncle. I guess I could do.
Who told you about my Uncle Bob?
Yeah, I guess if they don't mind like Procreate format.
It's
Oh,
okay.
no, wait.
If there's one thing I know that furries don't mind at cons, it's procreating.
Yeah, thank you.
Jonas.
Jonas, it was me that said
Okay.
that.
I'm just the
You
enabler.
know what? There's not much difference between you two most of the time.
That's
Oh, I
rude.
see. I see how it is.
That's rude.
Am I wrong?
I mean, Stoker's horror. I'm sci-fi. Get it right.
Wait, I thought you were Retro's Fi.
Well, yeah. I mean that too. Those aren't mutually exclusive.
Jonas is everything,
Yes. I mean,
and so can you.
We got a raid. It's Niege. I hope I'm saying that right. And he's raiding with a party of 1.
Oh, I'm not even in the chat again. Whoops.
You're not.
Whoops. Love my faith red.
Oh, I think you were supposed to spin attack the melons back or the coconuts back.
Well, I'm standing on the screw. Okay.
Yeah. I didn't say it was easy.
Listen, if it was easy, everyone would be Super Mario or something.
If there's no chain, are they just chops?
These
mean-
are the questions that philosophers have been asking for generations, Jonas. I don't know if this stream is the right place to be bringing those up.
Yeah.
Anyway, the answer is yes.
Okay.
According to MarioWiki.com, they're just chain chomps.
With
But-
or
They
without the
just
chain.
don't have chains.
But even without,
Jonas, are you getting off the chain again?
yeah, thank you.
Look, if you pluck the feet of a blue-footed booby, and it no longer had blue feet, would you stop calling it a blue-footed booby, or would you
Why
just call
did
it a?
Why the hell are you going around plucking the feet off of birds? You do that, you better cook it and eat it.
Said I wasn't. I need that collagen for my stock.
Oh, your shiny hair.
Miller, I thought you'd already graduated from collagen.
Yeah. No, I decided to go get. I decided to go back and get my master's in avian law.
Oh, look at you saying words about this.
He is saying words.
So I could be a bird lawyer, for birds.
Like Harvey Birdman.
Yes. I can be approached by a very deranged man calling himself George Jetson, talking about how he's from the far-flung future of 2002.
Apparently, according to some people, someone figured out the math and determined that George Jetson was conceived this year.
Because his birthday is like April 2022 or something.
Something like that.
It's really weird to have lived long enough to see the years that were the future in sci-fi movies, like in Free Jack, Alex Furlong is about to die and enter the far-flung future year of 2009.
Yeah. I mean, there's stuff like that all the time, right? I've seen so many bad 80s action movies on something like Red Letter Media, and they're always talking about the far-flung future of 1988.
Yep.
And it's like the movie came out in 84 or something, so
Yeah.
it's very much tongue-in-cheek a lot of the times.
Well, time is cyclical. We'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
Face will get there eventually.
It will.
At least according to the Hindis, it is.
And they should know. They've been around for a while.
Mm-hmm.
How's everyone enjoying the Kali Yuga, by the way?
Is that what we're in now? That makes sense.
That's what we're in.
Great. Who ordered the Kali Yuga? Jeez.
You did, Jonas. You just don't remember.
Oh, I didn't. I'm vegetarian.
Inkbleeder Wolf asking if I have a fave level from the game. I'd have to look through them all.
I mean, I think it's an undisputed fact that Gusty Gardens is the best music in the game. But as for the best level? I want to say Honey Hive Galaxy.
I don't like any of them. Any of them. This whole game offends me.
How dare this game even exist?
Yeah.
LT Molten is pretty good. You know what? I think I'd go with Freeze Flame Galaxy.
Yeah, that's definitely a good one. Oh no, not this.
What's this?
Not this minigame again.
It tells you exactly where to put all the bombs.
But 7-year-old me didn't realize that. You're saying not 7-year-old me. This game came out in what, 2007, right? 11-year-old me.
Okay. Baby.
See, I get weirded out because the guy I sit next to at work is the only person who I have in a friend group who's actually younger than me because he is 19.
How dare he? Tell him to quit that.
Have you played original Super Mario?
Yes, I think.
Okay. Yeah? Okay.
What do you mean you think?
Honestly, I might have played like a Flash version of it or something. I don't think I've played it on. I've definitely not played it on original hardware.
That doesn't count.
I think I've said this before on the stream. My great grandfather had an NES.
Oh my
and
god, shut up.
I played Dragon Quest 2 on it when I visited him one time.
Great grandfather had an NES. I just felt like an extra wrinkle form in my face. I felt my hair just go, like turn gray. What was that? Hang on. Oh, I got a notification.
Honestly, Rick, I think on that last one, you might have to just spin the bomb to make it detonate early. Because the fuse is not going to run out before it hits 0.
Yeah.
It's an airplane, so nobody calls me. Okay. Have you ever played Mario Brothers? Like, not the Super version?
Like the old arcade game? Yes.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay. Cool. Well, you're acceptable.
You've passed the trial.
You are valid. I'm trying to think of the first Nintendo game I ever played. It was not on the NES. It was a Game & Watch. It was the one with the dude.
Oh, him.
Yeah, thank you. No, he's in Smash Brothers. Oh, he's just called Mr. Game & Watch, isn't he? But it was his game with like the frying pan, and I remember nothing else about it. But I remember playing that. Like one of my mom's students had that game, and I was just like, I loved it. This was like early '80s. And then, and after that, I knew it was my destiny to fight crime.
My dad had an Atari, 2600?
Nice.
So, I played stuff like Pac-Man and Space Invaders. He had one he was very fond of called Lock and Chase.
That sounds familiar.
Frogger. Pitfall. Jonas, do you need a moment or two alone with Pitfall?
Did it sound? Did that sound creepy? Was that a creepy laugh? I just Pitfall, baby. No, I'm just. God, so many memories.
So many memories.
It feels weird to think I was there at the beginning of like the modern concept of video games. And now it's turned into this sort of bizarre industry.
It's true.
Yeah.
Patsu says, I can't remember my first game because I think it was Ed and Eddie and the Misadventures. I'm trying to think what my first game was. I'm trying to remember if I had my Game Boy first or my GameCube first.
You're talking about first video game. My first video game I played was on PC, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
When did my dad get the Apple II? Because that might have possibly predated.
Oh, you know what? I think I remember the first video game that I actually had like a good interest in. No, wait. No, because that came out in 2007. That would have been later.
You know, he had a game called Dung Beetles, which I've probably mentioned before. That was on the.
Did you say
Apple II.
dung beetles?
Dung Beetles? Yeah, as in like think like scarabs. You know, like Capri.
I mean,
basically-
oh, go on.
It was a Pac-Man ripoff of sorts. The limitations of the Apple II were very limiting. The programming was really simple and like basically it would be really boring by modern standards. Basically, like as you moved your beetle through the maze, it would track you with a magnifying glass, and that was the only point. Like you could only see the enlarged maze under the magnifying glass circle, and you had some idea where the enemies were in the maze, but you had to it required a bit of like strategization, and when this was revolutionary for the time. When one of them caught up to you, it played, I don't know what format it was. It was a very primitive sound format, but it was like, we gotcha!
It's just stupid. Oh, there's a mushroom under there. I didn't see that.
Here, I'll try and find a screenshot of it.
Well, if this just turns into a Candle Cove thing and it turns out it was just static the whole time.
Here, I found it. Hang on. I'll post it in chat so people can see what all I was doing back in the day when I was just a wee baby. Oh, it has its own Wikipedia entry. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm thinking my first video games was when I got my GameCube. And it would have been Legend of Zelda Wind Waker and Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
God.
But you're all so young! What do you mean you all? You say that only about me.
Well, I mean, there's some people in the chat who are also
Yeah.
pretty dang whippersnappery.
Yeah, Baxter saying his first game was Pong.
Pong.
Truly a young man's game.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you haven't conquered Pong by the time you're 20, then what's the point?
You know, I've played Pong on like emulation. I've never played Pong on like the original. I've never played the original arcade cabinet, which is sad because that thing's like a piece of history.
We can read this. Stoker's in the chat, right?
Yeah, I'm in the chat,
Yeah.
as far as you know.
Are you?
I am. Are you?
Oh, yeah,
are
there you
we?
Nah, the thing didn't update for me. But I know I've mentioned Hunt the Wampas before. That came a little later. I don't remember any of the other TI-994A
Right.
games, but
Rick, let's get ready to rip.
oh, here we go. It looks sort of pinballish.
Pinball.
Well, that was my thought. Like, these things are like bumpers.
I mean, it's supposed to be the top, right?
Whatever, your face.
Not my face. I need that.
No. No more face.
No.
But I need it. It's so
more
shiny and
face.
pretty.
Oh, he did it.
I
Rick
say with a
did
complete
it.
smile on my face because I know I'm an ugly mother hubber.
Oh, you are not. Stop that.
I get told very often I look a lot younger than I actually am. People look at me and they think I'm underage.
Yeah. Wow.
I used to get told that. Not so much these days.
Oof.
Have I told the story about when I turned 21 and went to Vegas and like wanted to get carded?
And they refused.
Yeah, well, okay. I was really excited to do this. I really wanted to just be like, go to some place and be like, you know, check it out. I'm one day 21. And I decided to do it at a 7-Eleven, kind of like near the Strip. And I brought I decided of all the things I could have gotten, I decided to get like a 40 of Mickey's. And because you know I knew nothing about I knew next to nothing about booze, so I put it on the counter and I was like, here you go. And the guy's like, oh yeah, that's it's $10. I'm like, well, you don't want to card me or anything? He's like, nah, I don't care, it's $10. Now, and I really wanted to be like, but I could be underage.
Yesterday, I would have been.
Don't you know what you're doing? But yeah,
Probably one of those things where it's like you can tell when the kid comes in and they're nervous and trying to get away with it.
Absolutely hilarious.
I don't think I actually got carded until a few years later when I was buying booze for a friend.
And that friend's name was Chuck Norris. I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
I have one interesting story of getting carded, and that's when I was on a cruise ship with my parents. I went into the casino, and I was playing Ultimate Texas Hold'em, and I had come in with I think it was only $100. Basically, I came up to the table with $100, and by the time I was done playing, I was walking away with about $900.
Wow, we did all that at Hold'em? Damn. Okay.
Yeah, Texas Ultimate Hold'em. Because I knew what I was doing.
What was that?
I knew how to count cards a little bit, do some stuff like that. So when I was at the table and I was doing stuff, they didn't card me, they didn't check my ID, they didn't do anything. I went to go get my payout, and they're just like, hold on a minute, can we see your card, please? Your ID? And I'm just like, now is when you want to card me.
Yeah, that's
It's not when I
casinos
could have
always
lost my
do.
money, it's only when I could have gotten something from you.
Casinos only care when you want the payout.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
You can't go this way. What in the world is this? Is the gravity on this planet?
Gravity's very weird.
We should play a few
Yeah.
rounds of TFF.
No, what was the advice I always get for gambling? You never lose 3 times in a row.
Okay. I just when I do that, I have to kind of be careful about that. I usually just maintain a margin where if I lose a certain amount, I'm just like, okay, I'm done.
Well, yeah, so the advice I was given is never lose 3 times in a row. And what that means is when you've lost twice in a row, you stop playing. Because you don't allow yourself to lose 3 times in a row. You don't ever play that 3rd time. You just walk away, which is what I did. Is I would walk away, I'd come back like 25 minutes later, I'd win a little bit, I'd lose 2 hands in a row, and then I'd walk away again. And it's like, I don't know if they're fixing the cards a certain way, or if it's like a mentality thing of just like, when you fold them, but like, it made me money.
Yeah. I'll never really be a serious gambler because, like, for one thing, I don't have a poker face. I don't. Like, it's easy to like read me apparently, and
He just doesn't have a face. It just comes off completely.
Yeah, thank you.
That's why I like Ultimate Texas Hold'em, because it's kind of like blackjack, where the dealer plays against you, but they play sort of automatically. And you can actually kind of work with the other people at the table to like find out more information than what you're supposed to know. Which I don't know if, because some casinos might say, don't do that, don't do crosstalk. But I liked it, and I like getting a little bit more info.
You'll probably get noticed if you do that too much, you know.
You mean Casino Senpai will notice me?
But yeah.
Stick to a budget and a time limit. Oh yeah, that as well. You know how much you walk in there with, and you don't have any more than that.
At one point, we were at one of the indie casinos. My brother hit my ATM card because he knew I had a really good streak the day before, and we both knew it would probably be a bad idea to go in there again. Good times. I like playing more with friends, you know, just not for like high stakes, but just like, you know, just hanging out.
I like playing for clothes.
Thank you. Yeah, of course you.
Oh, that's Stoker.
Stoker.
Something nudity.
Yeah, always looking for more opportunities to engage in casual nudity with the people he feels emotionally and vulnerable around or something.
Wow, that
took a turn.
That's exactly. Wow, I feel so exposed now.
Okay, thank you. Better get naked.
Do you feel emotionally vulnerable?
Now I'm
Just
turning
imagine
into
your friend
Piggy
circle
for some
runs out of
reason.
clothes quickly. No, they don't run out of clothes. They just set them aside. They don't get rid of them. There's no magic involved.
Says
Most of the
you.
time.
They put them all in a big bowl at the door, just like keys, you know.
Oh God. Do you remember when there was that visual visual gag in the Jim Carrey Grinch movie with the key party?
Yeah.
You ever think
Now-
about that? You ever think about that?
Now I'm just imagining something like that at TFF, where there's just like a coat rack near the front, and it just has leaf pants here.
Hey everybody, it's Bill Board again.
Oh, that old son of a gun. How's he doing?
He's instructing us to ride around on the ball again.
He's looking a little stiff there.
Yeah, he keeps getting typecast, and I'm worried for his long-term career prospects.
Oh, Billboard. Billboard Baggins.
Oh, the old rotating lava sphere.
See, am I the only one that looks at this and is just like, that's some really hot pizza?
Yes.
I want pizza. Thanks, Miller.
No.
Oh, alright.
Oh, I had pizza today. It was okay.
You're like, it was adequate.
Eh. It counted as food.
That's my pizza place's slogan. It counts as food.
I mean, I went to Little Caesars, so I mean, I got what I paid for.
It's
Well,
edible.
Caesars isn't too bad. Do they still have that pizza calzone thing?
I don't know. I got the thing that's half a pizza, half a thing of cheese sticks.
Ah, yes. I've seen that advertised on the TV.
Frederick Miller had pizza.
Oh, you said the magic word, so Frederick's interested.
Yes, I had pizza and it was covered in oregano.
Is that bad?
No. Well, I don't think so.
I don't know.
Talking about-
Frederick,
I like having a lot of oregano in pizza sauce.
Yeah.
Frederick knows all about authentic pizza stuff, so, like, you know that one running gag in House Pets with the chicken with the very judgmental face?
Yes.
Anytime we talk about pizza in Frederick's presence, I imagine him making exactly that face.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about la pizza from Italy, then yeah, it's pizza dough, San Marzano tomatoes, Italian mozzarella, basil. That's it.
I
Maybe
refuse.
some olive oil.
I refuse to eat anchovies because I don't want little staring eyeballs looking up at me from.
Okay,
pizza.
that's weird because this is the second time today that I've talked to someone and the subject of eyeballs in your food staring at you has come up.
Of course.
I was on the. I
Oh,
was
but
on,
it's weird that it happened twice.
yeah, I was on a Telegram call with Z, and we were talking about like this shrimp they got that still had the head attached, and they were like, "No, I don't want it."
I mean, what's the
Jonas
point
knows
of
what I'm
that?
talking about.
Because you're supposed to suck the brains out.
I mean,
Oh, okay.
listen.
Okay, hold on. If you, Stoker,
Yes.
you are a Louisiana man. You know a good
I
sucking
thought you
head
were
of
saying
a
Stoker.
crawfish.
You're Luigi.
Stoker, you're Luigi.
Go on.
Stoker,
I'm sorry, Will.
you know the joy in sucking the head of a crawfish, right?
I mean, listen, I've sucked many things in my time, okay?
All right, look, I don't know what other word to use for it that you wouldn't turn into something. I don't know if there is a word in any human language that you wouldn't turn into some kind of innuendo.
Anyway, sorry, go on.
But yes, crawfish are great for that, for having the heads on.
Yeah, crawfish are great for people who love sucking head.
All right.
You know what? Sure, I'm fine with that.
What do you expect me to do, Jonas? What do you expect me to do? Not do that?
We need like a horny stick.
The
Like smack Stoker.
Keep asking Rick to make some emotes for this channel. I need a horny bulk emote.
I can't even.
But yeah, sea creatures are just gross, especially on pizza. But I'm not the most reliable person. I'm not the most. I'm not the one to talk to. I am a person who doesn't mind pineapple on pizza. So apparently, I'm a heretic. You know.
Well, there's a lot of people who don't like pineapple on pizza. That was a whole thing on the internet. It was an entire ass
yeah.
controversy. People are
I
like,
should put-
pineapple on pizza? Why don't you just come into my house and kill my children, you know?
Wow.
Yeah,
You took it somewhere.
what was the thing I was thinking? I thought of a really good pun the other day, and I was like, oh, I need to tell Jonas and Rick about this in case they ever need to use it in a comic.
Yeah.
It was something like Big Boy frozen meals or something like that. It's like a made up brand of frozen meals. It's called like Big Boy or something, and it's like when your appetite says man, but your palate says child.
Nice.
Are you talking about
It-
Hungry Man?
Well, it's like chicken nuggets and mac and cheese and brownies, but it's like, 3,000 calorie versions of them.
All right. So my thoughts about pineapple on pizza. I like it if it's like decently cooked. If it's just like, oh, we made a pizza and then slapped some like raw pineapple that we warmed up on, that's grody.
Yeah, no.
But I mean, I don't go out of my way to order pineapple on pizza. Like if it's there, I don't mind. But if it's if it's not there, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, eat my pineapple.
I need to, I want to start making some banana chips. Is the thing I want to do because I love them so much, but
Yeah,
they don't have them at the grocery store.
bananas are good and good for you. They're high in potassium.
I need to say
Potassium!
Yes, thank you again, Queen.
Brazilian pizza. I think that's like they put bananas or some shit on it, right? Or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, you can just order it from the menu, be like bananas or some shit.
Yeah.
Well, Brazilian makes me think it's probably plantains.
Let's see.
It could be.
Um.
Ham, onions, olives, cheese, hard-boiled eggs.
Huh. Sounds caloric. I mean, I guess pizza's caloric by default, so I don't know. I guess I can see it working. Sounds kind of breakfasty.
Oh, you know, it's a breakfast pizza.
Have you ever seen? And again, some of you have talked about this before, but have you ever seen like the nasty ass breakfast pizzas at 7-Eleven with like the scrambled egg on them and shit?
Yeah, those are
I think
gross.
that's a yes.
Yeah.
So I think you can shoot the little plants to give you coins, Rick, if you need to heal.
There is a place in Colorado. I forget what the hell it was called. It was before Collins. My host took me there the first night I was moved in, and they made their pizza dough with like honey.
Oh yeah, I remember this place.
The crust was really sweet. I'm trying to think of the name, and my brain's saying it was Deja Vu, and I don't think that's it.
No, are you thinking of Bojo's Pizza?
Yeah, Bojo's. Thank you. Deja Vu.
Yeah, those are such extremely similar names.
There's a J in there somewhere. But yeah, it was good. You know, I'll say this about Colorado: they have some good eating. It's not quite like California cuisine or Washington cuisine, but it's not bad. They definitely like their meat. They definitely make good steaks, good omelets, good coffee,
Good gravy.
good gravy,
Gravy.
gravy,
Gravy.
and good cinnamon rolls. Really good cinnamon rolls.
Hmm.
Um,
That's not one I would have thought off the top of my head of Chicago cinnamon rolls.
no, Colorado.
Or Colorado, sorry.
I don't know. It might have just been the one place in the one town I was living in. But yeah, it was called like Silver Dollar or something like that, and they had just like these absurd giant cinnamon rolls, like that you could get and, like drizzle them in syrup, and it was so good. Oh my god!
You having a moment
Jonas,
there, Jonas?
yeah. Jonas
I
is
want
so
a
excited
cinnamon
about
roll
the
now.
sweetness he's gonna explode.
I'm sorry. It was so good though. Have I talked about Waffle Lab? There was a place called Waffle Lab, which was kind of amazing. It started as a cart, and by the time I was moving away, they had a brick and mortar. It was like they had a bunch of different like waffle sandwiches. Like, hold on, so I can find the menu. Let me just describe some of these to you. They were Belgian waffles, so they were kind of thick and almost like bread. And let me just describe a couple of these to you for a minute. So you get chicken waffles with like rosemary sage sausage gravy on them. Okay. You can get like grilled cheese waffles, which sound gross, but they were really good. You can get like breakfast waffle wraps where they just sort of like roll eggs and eggs and bacon and stuff in this big roll of just like calorie goodness. They had one that was called like the Big Papa, which was like grilled jalapenos and cream cheese in a waffle, etc., etc.
Jonas, you're having way too much fun describing this stuff.
I am. They were deadly. There was one
You're
that
like,
was
that's why I'm dead now.
Yeah. I died doing what I loved, eating waffles. No, there was one that was like a bratwurst wrapped waffle. Or no, I'm sorry, a waffle wrapped around a brat. And oh my god, that place was dead. And then of course they had like the make your own waffle. If you're ever in Fort Collins, check it out. It's so good. I'm hungry. I'm so hungry now.
Well, whose fault is that?
Yours.
Yeah, you're right.
Jeez.
You know, Jonas, you could probably just wait like 6 hours and then the donut places will open up.
Yeah. Well, I gotta kind of watch it these days, but yeah.
Oh god, now I'm imagining somebody trying to make some kind of like gluten-free, non-wheat version of a cinnamon roll with like cauliflower dough or something.
Oh no! Oh
Ugh.
no! I mean, Colorado
I
was
mean,
not.
you are basically describing my mom's cooking, so.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, did she do the keto thing?
Sort of.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like, I don't mind cooking healthy. I mean, I do it all the time. I don't know if I try to create like a cinnamon roll that was healthy. Like, I feel like if I'm gonna have a cinnamon roll, I'm just gonna commit to it and make it disgusting.
Yeah, I'd go with the Deanna Troy thing of just like, if I want chocolate ice cream, I want actual chocolate ice cream, not nutrient-enriched, chocolate ice cream. I want genuine, actual chocolate ice cream.
Miller, have you ever seen like the DJO dubs of Star Trek?
No, I have not. I've been on a binge recently of watching the in treks
No,
or
it's
the
kind of like
in bloopers or whatever they're called.
the DJO stuff. It's kind of like bad lip reading, but a lot more like stoner non sequitur. You've got Counter Tri being like, chocolate, and then it's like, like she just makes. I'll send you some links. It's so ridiculous.
Isn't that the one where she's like, I'm a big chocolate slut?
Yeah, yes.
Oh my goodness.
So good.
That's very silly.
Addo. I hate this spring. Now do that all over again. Hooray.
Yeah, spring is not great. Yeah, no, I've been watching the things where they take the like Star Trek bloopers and they cut them back into the episode, so it's just one person messes up and then everyone else keeps playing the scene normally.
Yeah. Nice.
Very funny. It's very funny because of how often Whoopi Goldberg will just like flub a line and then just start cursing like a sailor.
Same.
Another place that I never got to check out, and maybe I will someday. I want to do it before 2020 was Voodoo Donuts.
Voodoo Donuts. They're fun.
Have you been?
The one in Portland?
Yeah.
I've been there.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay. Yeah.
We got donuts from there.
Darson was raving about it several times. He told me about it.
Darson was just raving. He was just like,
Yes, he was just pure gibberish.
He's been around you too much.
But yeah,
Oh my
that
god,
was on my
I'm
list.
looking up stuff. There's a place in Dallas called Hypnotic Donuts, and they have a bacon banana peanut butter donut.
Damn. That's like the Elvis donut. I don't.
That's the Elvis donut.
Yeah.
It kind of is, honestly.
Well, man, I'll tell you what, I love my donuts. I love them with peanut butter and bananas and bacon. Oh man, I gotta think of what to do when people come here to TFF. Of just like, what is the Texas cuisine? It's like I want to say like barbecue and stuff, but it's not really a thing you could just like bring. Right? Everyone would have to be ready to go to a restaurant for that.
I mean, like Tex-Mex, right?
Eh,
No.
I don't know. I feel like the Tex-Mex in Texas is not usually a special thing. It's very much just say like, I need a meal for $3, and so I will get this because it counts as food. I don't know. Maybe that's just because it is Texas and it is just like actually part of the history here instead of being a special thing, but it doesn't
Perhaps.
feel special. I do know there's a
No.
oh, there's a prize-winning chicken sandwich that comes from a restaurant near me, and the sandwich is called the Cardi B.
Mm-mm.
Miller, have you ever heard of the Heart Attack Grill?
No, I have not. Uh-oh.
I've never
None of us
been.
getting that voice.
I've never been, and I don't know if I would go at this point. But it was in Vegas. I think it's in Arizona now. It's kind of famous for being like deliberately, utterly unhealthy. Like you just look at like the double and triple burgers, and you could feel your arteries hardening. Let me see if I can find the waitresses are called nurses. And like,
Dude, this sounds like a regular show bit you're telling me about.
It is
No, this is
basically a
real.
regular show bit, so.
well, yeah, but I mean, it does exist. And if you're over 350 pounds, you eat for free.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Yeah, they have like the double burgers called like the double bypass, triples called the triple bypass, etc., etc.
God, this is so utterly American.
Oh my god, it's disgusting. And it's just like they had some sort of challenge where if like you like, if you ate like the entire, just something large like the octuple bypass, whatever, you ate it in time, you got
You
a
die.
t-shirt and probably a barf bag and a free ER trip.
You just straight up die if you finish it in time.
I mean, they have there's the 72-ounce steak challenge in Texas. I've never
Oh,
been to the
God.
place, but it's very famous.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's 6 pounds of meat. Right?
16
Or
ounces in a pound.
6. Yeah, sorry. So that would
So
be
it's like 4.5 pounds, I think.
4.5 pounds of steak.
Can't do math.
Did they
in my
just
head.
cut did they just cross section a cow? I mean, is it what?
No,
Okay.
it's just a big steak. Like it's just like the entire. You take the leg of a cow, the thigh, and you
Oh
cut
my
it in half. And on one side you have one steak, on the other side you have the other steak.
Oh my god.
But yeah, well, because it's not just the 72-ounce potato. They give you a 72-ounce potato, or sorry, a 72-ounce steak, an entire
72 ounce
potato,
72-ounce potato.
a 72-ounce steak, an entire potato, a salad, and at least 1 cup of your drink of your choice. And you have to eat that whole thing in an hour, or else you pay like $60.
And you can't bring a friend. I'm guessing it's got to be you.
Yeah, well, I mean, each of you could take the challenge,
Well, I mean, like
but
So-
you can't
well,
share the
you
responsibility.
can't share the.
No,
Okay.
this
Yeah.
is a solo adventure.
God, 4.5 pounds of
Uh-huh.
steak.
Uh,
I've seen people do it, and people of all different body shapes. It is honestly not the hardest
Oh.
food challenge I've seen.
I mean, I've been to Brazilian steakhouses where I've had like a goodly amount of meat, but I don't think it came anywhere close to 4.5 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to.
Oh man,
I would-
there's a place near here. I don't know if this is a chain or if it's a Texas thing called Fogo de Chao.
I'll order that. Yeah, yeah. Frederick says there's a really good taco place near the convention venue. I went with Stoker last TFF. Stoker can vouch for their queso.
yeah, it was pretty good. I wish I could remember the name, but it was pretty good.
Is it Fuzzy's Tacos?
No, it wasn't Fuzzies. It was
Fuzzy's
yeah, Fuzzies Tacos is a thing. They're pretty good too. No, it was something else. It was like Tickety Tack. I don't remember. It's called. It was something taco.
Tickety Tech.
There's Taco Taco.
Taco. Pizza. I'm so hungry now.
Well, whose fault is that, Jonas?
Yours. No, it's Rick's fault. I'm gonna blame Rick.
I see a place called Taco City. I see a place called Cafe Hera. I see Revolver Taco.
It's no shortage of taco places in the DFW area.
What do you
What
think
did
would
you
be the most?
imagine?
What do you think would be the most off-putting name for a taco stand? Like,
Taco diarrhea.
Oh, well, no, it would be
oh
Montezuma's Revenge?
no! Oh
Dr. Hermando's veterinary clinic.
We're terrible people.
You asked, Jonas. You're the one who started this.
I said we're all terrible. Well, Rick's not. Rick's just doing his thing.
Nah, Rick's terrible too.
Okay.
I wanna
He
be
knows what he
included.
did. Rick knows what he did.
Malma Taco Bar. Twisted Trompo.
Oh, that was it.
Cat. Oh, Twisted Trompo?
Yeah, I'm 98% sure that was it.
Alright, let's look at this.
There was like a random family who wanted a picture of me when I went in there.
That's what? Were you suiting or something, or?
I was wearing my convention outfit, which isn't quite suiting, but it's definitely something that draws attention.
Let me guess. You wear a full like Victorian outfit.
Almost. One of the employees asked me if I was a magician. I should have been like, I'm a furious magician, Spencer.
You know,
Alright, I think I gotta go visit this place this weekend.
if I had the money, I'd get like just a head and paws for a con. Cause like,
I've been thinking about it. You know, find somebody who can 3D print a beak.
Jonas, at first I was like, you were like, I was expecting you to be like, if I had the money, I'd get just a head and just carry it under my arm.
oh yeah, pick one of my foes. You know, I know. It would be nice to be able to go incognito.
Would that be the name of your fursuit, Cognito?
Yeah.
So when you're
I was
suiting,
gonna
you'd
say,
be
does it really count
incognito?
as incognito if you're wearing one of your suits? I think people could just tell that that's you.
Well, I wouldn't. I wouldn't let people know it was me. You know, I wouldn't.
You'd have to
wouldn't-
wear somebody else's suit then.
No, I mean I get it. I just keep it on the down low. You know, I just never tell anyone. about it.
Ah, see.
And your name
Bold-faced
badge would say
lie,
something
all of your
like-
friends.
Your name badge would say something like Smorchy Bimbacho or something
Yeah.
ridiculous like that.
Unjonas.
I've seen worse things on badges. The ones at MFF. There are some ones I saw at MFF that were very silly. And had very rude things on them.
Oh no, silliness and rudeness?
Nah, the reason I kind of got one of the reasons I kind of got turned off on conventions was it got to the point where like I'd be in the lobby and someone would recognize me and go, Jonas, you're coming to dinner with us, and just like tractor me in with their gaze, you know, or I get like hugged by someone who would pick me up off the ground, and this is no small feat. I'm not a small person. You know, pick me up off the ground and spin me around in the lobby, and then put me down, and then demand I go to dinner with them.
What kind of experience are you expecting? You expecting something more chill than that?
Not expecting, but perhaps desiring. You know, like
Okay.
I mean, it was fine when I was like 20, and I had that much energy, and it was like, you know, and I was fine with all kinds of shenanigans and bullshit.
Note to self: do not try to pick up Jonas without asking first.
I mean, you can try.
You'll fail though.
I mean,
Is that a challenge?
I don't want you to hurt yourself.
Kidding.
Um, but no, it's just like there was a point where I was a lot more tolerant of just silly behavior in the lobby or at conventions or whatever, and nowadays it's kind of like, I'm really just kind of here to like, find my friends and hang out and have a cup of coffee, maybe have like a low key room party.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of like, I mean, I don't know. It's not quite the same when you're in the 40s.
I can get that.
Yeah. But I don't know. We'll see. It depends a lot on the particular flavor.
What are you doing?
It depends a lot on the particular flavor of the convention and who's there. Some cons are managed better than others. That's just the truth.
It's true.
And I mean, I'm pretty chill. Oh, I was wondering why you're standing in there. I'm pretty chill up to a point. There was one of my friends, like when he saw me, he hugged me and then he licked my cheek, and I had this like ... moment. It's like, okay, that just happened, and he thought this was okay to do, because we're at a con.
Yeah.
And like,
give it too much.
I mean, again, I'm not gonna like, I'm not gonna crap on anyone else's good time. It's just,
Sure, but you're allowed to say no in the situations you're involved in.
Yeah, and I probably should have back in the day a little more often.
It's hard to say no sometimes.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a certain energy in cons, and you get caught up in it. And it's like, wow, we can all act like like we're in a schoolyard here or something, and years and years ago at one of the conferences, my friend convinced me to stay up all night. We just dosed up on caffeine and just hung out in the arsenal.
Oh, no. 621.
Yeah, well,
621.
okay, I know that now, yes, but I mean, again, this was like late '90s, and I just did not give a shit, and I could handle staying up all night at that age, and a surprising number of other artists were also doing it.
That's not that surprising.
And yeah, just stuff like that, fun to do, fun to remember. Wouldn't probably repeat it now, Simon's just like, no. No. I mean, well,
Nah, see, I've had the opposite problems at a lot of cons I've been to so far. As I go there, and it's just like, I don't know anybody here. Nobody here knows me. I'm gonna try to make friends. Oh, they're all hanging out with their own friends. They don't want to meet new people.
well, okay.
Well-
You make like a Telegram group or a temporary Discord or something with everybody in it, and you just ping people and be like, I'm gonna be here. Get your ass over here.
But that's the thing, when I go to these cons, who's the everybody? I don't know anybody there. Nobody there knows me.
Everybody, Miller. I'm a big picture guy. Don't worry about the details, okay? Just hire people if you have to.
Just hire people. Like, okay, you're my friend today.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not the right guy to ask. I have a relatively low threshold for crowds.
That's fair. I mean, everyone's different, right? How you engage with stuff is entirely valid as people who absolutely want the crowds and the loud and the grabbing and all that kind of stuff.
You mean extroverts?
Well, extra extroverts, really.
Yeah.
They're just very extra, those verts.
Yeah, when your polygons are acting up, you've got extroverts.
When you're polygon. God damn it. I can't believe you did that. Extroverts. Okay.
Just picturing that bit from Archer. It's like, do you want extroverts? Because that's how you get extroverts.
I have
You're trying to write a vertex shader yourself entirely in an unmanaged IDE. That's how you get extroverts.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Sorry, that is a joke entirely for me and like maybe one other person on this planet.
I understood that. I recently found out what an integrated design environment or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recently found out what that is. I've learned
It's
some of
the thing you write the programs in.
Yeah. Well, I downloaded and installed Python, and I've been dicking around with it because, like, there was a really specific thing I wanted to learn to do in Python to help me with commissions. And
Oh.
yeah, okay, so this is a bit of a tangent. Do you mind?
What have we been talking about that hasn't been a tangent?
Very well. It is a tangent. Okay, so I currently use Google Forms because it's convenient for general commission submissions. You know, like when I do holiday icons or something, I clone a Google form off of a base, and then just be like, okay, fill this out, yada yada yada. The form data, once submitted, goes to a Google spreadsheet, right? Which is fine, although, you know, in recent years, I've found that it's actually kind of inefficient because I still have to they're not very user friendly in some ways. Like I still have to hunt through, click on links. You know, there's no way to auto aggregate anything. I experimented with a couple different exporting options, but without scripting, it's all kind of dumb. It doesn't know how to go someplace and download something from a page, like an FA page or whatever, or a Dropbox or a Google Docs, etc., etc. So I was looking for ways to sort of automate it, make them a little more dynamic, so that I can just be like, run script, gather all picture links, you know, put them in folders assigned to such and such, and you know, label them so and so, and then send all that to me, you know, sync it with whatever, and blah blah blah, and then I have them all ready when I do commissions. And the solution apparently is using like a Python script to kind of create, you know, intelligent scrapers that can take all those and export them in meaningful ways. I did experiment a little bit with integrations like Zapier or whatever, but even that didn't quite do what I needed it to, and it was tedious as all hell trying to get it to work. So
I do not remember where the bonus star is in this stage.
So I basically, so I basically said, okay, I'm just gonna download Python and, you know, start doing basic coding and try and get to the point where I can do just enough to automate the crap that I need to do the things I want. So I've sort of I've kind of come at it sideways because I'm not taking classes or anything. I'm reading the For Dummies books and, you know, just kind of winging it. But it's
Say that as if there's something more complex than that. Well, let me tell you, somebody who has a computer science degree, that's about it.
Yeah. Integrated development environment. Thank you, Simon. I don't think I'll ever become a programming whiz. You know, in fact, I can probably say that if I do learn anything, it'll be fairly rudimentary. But I don't know. It's convenient in certain situations. I might write some simple scripts to just help me with crap on my own computer, clean up stuff like that, organization, etc. I don't know. It's good to know.
Mhm.
It's good to have that sort of framework in your head, I guess.
Yeah, it's like during the. I'm not sure if it would have been during the Renaissance or during the Industrial Revolution. Like, literacy became a part of every job. Everyone had to be able to read, write, and be able to have those skills in order to do anything useful. I
Yeah,
feel like programming is going to be very similar like that
yeah,
in the next 50 years or so. For
yeah.
every job, you're going to be able to need to code a little bit.
Well, my biggest obstacle, and I've encountered it in several different places, is that I think very visually, which is good for art. You know, good for spatial reasoning. Not so good for logical stuff, scripting stuff. You
Well,
know,
it depends on what part of that you do. If you're talking about the actual writing of code, then yeah, it's a little bit harder. But if you're talking about like system design, where you're doing like UML diagrams and
yeah, well,
and like spider map trees and stuff, like
yeah.
that
I've
stuff's very
done
visual.
no, I mean I've done flowcharts. I've done like simple flowcharts and stuff. I did some of those when I was trying to experiment with integrations. But uh, the hard part is translating it for me. Like I can't look at a flowchart with like a tree of decisions, and then go, okay, now I'm gonna make this into little open shut brackets with if and then and maybe and like so and Baba is Baba is open and shut. Um, it's kind of an interesting challenge for me. I don't know if it would ever amount to anything. I don't know if I ever had a programming job, but it would be really cool, Then I wouldn't have to draw furry art anymore. Jeez.
Yeah, I do want to do that.
I know, right? Yeah. I mean, what about that Rick guy? Um, et cetera, et cetera.
Rick is an outlier, shouldn't have been counted.
But yeah, it sort of falls in the same category as music for me. It's kind of a hobby. Last year I learned like basic music theory, and I have a little MIDI keyboard that I dick around on every once in a while.
You learned the difference between a sonnet and an arpeggio.
Well, isn't arpeggio like one of the? No. Arpeggio is a repeating sequence. Like
Arpeggio is when you go up and then back down.
Right. I never got super deep into it because a lot of things happened last winter and spring. It really sucked. But yeah. I still have it. I'll pick it up every now and then. It's just like, it's fun to like figure out popular tunes, like break down and analyze the progressions of stuff like lots of like epic songs like Star Wars and whatnot, and like realize how like there really are only so
Can
many.
you tell me in the technical sense why Michael Jackson was the king of pop? What lordship did he earn? What monarchy did he take over?
Yeah. What pop barony did he rule over? With
when he was a teenager, what duchy did he have jurisdiction over? It's like, oh, that's the Bronx. The Duchy of the Bronx.
The Duchy of the Bronx. Yes, that famous Bronx resident, Michael Jackson.
I don't know where he grew up.
Wasn't that like Indiana? Anyway.
Don't ask me, I just work here.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll
Or this is a Twitch stream. Provip says my dad wanted to learn coding but was told it was a dead end path because there wouldn't be much of a demand for it. Ah! Where was
You
that
know,
wrong?
another reason I might want to like get serious about Python is because like Blender uses Python and Maya uses something that's very like Python apparently. Because scripting is good for stuff like that.
Hmm?
Oh, apparently Maya also just uses Python, so there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Jonas, when are you gonna start getting into Blender and learning how to use Grease Pencil?
I hate Grease Pencil.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like Grease Pencil. I'm sorry. I know, if you love it, then hey, more power to you. But I don't like Grease Pencil. Okay.
Huh.
But I already know Blender. Well, okay, I know like the basics in Blender. I don't know like I've actually experimented a bit with it for like comics and stuff. Because once again, I had a specific problem to solve at one point. CSP is rolling out its own sort of like 3D environment constructor. It's very rudimentary, but you don't need anything really fancy. You just need something that like you can trace over. So I probably won't be doing as much with Blender, but for a while I was like making I modeled a classroom. Stoker saw this. I modeled a classroom. I modeled like a bedroom with like furniture and stuff. At one point, I brought a whole house into Blender. It's supposed to be Penny's house. This is before we formed the team. So now we have like
Before we formed Voltron.
yeah, before we formed Voltron. So now we have like more people to do each of those tasks. But yeah, I was looking at like easy ways to quickly render comic backgrounds in 3D, and
It's true.
yeah,
I was there 3,000 years ago when the
usually
strength of men failed.
failed. Um, one of the Trivial, you are absolutely right. Yeah, it does do some good line art. I need to like really sit down and get a little more in depth with it because I was making progress, and then once again things were put on hold for reasons. They just came out with like 3.0, and they have like an asset store now.
Did you say they have an acid store?
Yes, they have an asset store. No, an assets store.
They're selling acid, is what you're saying.
Yeah, they're selling it. I haven't really like had time to check it out because this is just like not a good month to do anything.
It's not a good month for anyone to do anything.
Yeah. December December is one of those times of the year that's simultaneously too busy and yet it goes by too quickly. And then that combination just leaves you constantly tired. Or maybe I'm just speaking for myself. I'm a big old Scrooge. I don't like December. Sorry.
How dare you, Jonas?
Oh, I know some people who really just love this time of year, and I don't want to like shit on their parades, so I keep my mouth shut.
Typically very indifferent to it. I do Christmas holiday celebration stuff, but that's usually like on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And then other than that, I don't really care. I don't despise hearing the holiday music in the stores, and I don't want to hear it anytime after the 25th.
You know, there was one workplace, an art store I worked in about 20 years ago now, where the office crone loved the old. She loved the oldies, and I mildly disliked the oldies, but like it really became intolerable when it was Christmas and it was just nothing but
So the bunnies kill Mario if he can't find them fast enough.
They're just all the really nauseatingly sugary Christmas songs from like the 60s, I'm just like, no more.
Is that how you said it?
Yeah. No, I didn't get a say. I would change the station, she'd hobble over and change right back again, and then she'd hear something like, employees aren't allowed to select the audio choice, or some shit like that, I only ever blew up at her once because she slapped my hand when I was like trying to count the money in the cash register.
Slapped your hand?
Yeah, she wasn't done with it or something. She wanted to like open up the tray and get out the checks or some shit, and like apparently I crossed one of her unspoken rules. So it was just like slap. Not very hard, but like
Damn, an unspoken rule is not a rule because it has been unspoken.
Yeah, I know. Sure. I mean, just try and tell her that. It was an unspoken rule that we had to listen to that crap too, but you know. I didn't like her very much.
No, really? I wasn't
I don't
picking that
think-
up.
She once told me to flat out lie to a customer. It was awesome.
Oh, I wish I could do that more often.
Well, it would have been a lie that would have put me in a very difficult position if things hadn't. You know what I mean?
I
Like
see.
she wanted me to lie about the status of a back order.
Yeah, that's not as good. See, I'm thinking more of just like a no, I can't help you right now, and then just walk away.
Yeah. Those kind of lies are fun.
No.
I mean, you've never, you can't, I never, what? No.
Yeah, thank you. You saw nothing.
No, I don't actually work here. Sorry, I'm researching a part for a movie.
She's searching a part for a movie. And you point to like a part on the shelf. It's that one.
But actually, I have this weird thing where, like, if I hear too much repetition in a playlist, it'll start to annoy me. Even more so if the songs are really sweet, gooey, and cutesy. It's like nails on a chalkboard for me.
And to self, Jonas hates sanguine music.
I just hate everything. I'm full of rage.
It's true. I've seen
yeah.
inside his soul. It's terrifying.
No, it's just in the Christmas rotation on I think the station was called K Earth. Like K Earth 101. It was not very long. You could tell they just like had like a narrow like fairly narrow rotation. I think like every 2 hours pretty much it just flipped over to the same old shit. And that forever blackened my soul and made me hate Christmas and everything else.
And what happened then? Well, in Whoville, they say that the Jonas was like, no more of this today.
Yeah, Jonas retreated into his cave that day and drank a lot of coffee and glared a lot.
And he was like, jeez.
Anyway, now you know the story. Go forth and tell others.
Okay, dude.
Trivial says, remember when Apple made the shovel feature less random when it was truly random, people said it seemed like it wasn't. No, I don't, but I absolutely believe you.
Oh yeah, no. Humans will never assume true random is actually random. That's a big thing in game design as well. It's just like you basically almost never use true random because people actually like basically an unordered shuffle. But they don't like actual true random, because actual true random allows for repeats. And if you repeat thing twice in a row, people will be like, oh, that's not random. It's like, no. It's every
Actual
single...
randomness is clumpy. That's one of the things that you
Yeah, there you go.
you learn
Oh.
in maths.
I don't learn nothing. I don't learn nothing about nothing.
Well, if you didn't learn nothing about nothing, your teachers are very bad.
It's true. Oh god, it's true.
Oh no.
I remember reading, and I still don't completely understand it, that there are like different types of infinities.
Yes.
Can you explain this for the class, Miller?
Okay, so infinity as we know it as a mathematical concept is all the numbers that can exist. Right? It is a list of all the numbers that can exist. It is a number that is bigger than all other numbers, including itself.
Right.
So infinity minus infinity equals infinity. Infinity
Right.
plus infinity equals infinity.
Infinity is the only number that could beat itself up in a fight.
Basically. But so that's all the numbers we know of, right? That can exist. That is technically the largest infinity. Because there's other things we can say that have no end to them, therefore they are infinite, infinite.
Right.
Right? They have no finish, they are not finite, but they are a statistically smaller set than true infinity. So the most famous of which is probably Aleph Null. Which Aleph Null is the count of all positive normal numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, going on
Yeah,
forever.
count to infinity.
Yeah, count to infinity. That is technically a smaller infinity because between the values of what was it? There's a thing you can do with it where you can just like you can take every value. Yeah, you can take every value in Aleph Null, divide it in half, and on some of those you're gonna have right half of 9 is 4.5. But true infinity has both 4.5 and 9. So true infinity just has more numbers in it than Aleph Null.
Man.
There are infinite number of integers between 0 and 1, but none of them are 2. No. There is only one integer between 0 and 1, and that's 1.
I mean, there's an infinite number of real numbers between 0
Yes, there's an infinite number of real numbers. Integers have no fractional component.
Right.
an infinite number of rational numbers.
What about an infinite number of monkeys and an infinite number of typewriters?
So, well, there's also, because even, sorry, not even infinity is the biggest infinity. Normal infinity is all real numbers, but there are also unreal numbers, right? Numbers like I, which is the square root of -1.
Right.
It is a mathematical concept that exists, but it is not a number that can exist. However, there are infinities that you can say, oh, I times 1, I times 2, I times 3, going on forever, and it's just like, okay, that now has more numbers than all real numbers. So, yeah. Nerds like to classify everything? Yes. Yes. Everything. I mean, there's literally a whole field of like theoretical mathematics that talks about this kind of stuff, right?
You know,
Talk
someday I will go back and try and get past trig and into calculus. I don't know when, but someday.
Yeah. No, my hardest thing was, I think it was my third year statistics. I was just like, I can't wrap my head around this. This hurts so much. We're dealing with like Markov chains and stuff, and I'm just like, I don't get it. I don't understand.
Well, you see, it's very simple, actually. You put the lime and the coconut, you drink them both together.
Stoker, you're
Yes, thank you,
silly.
Stoker.
Listen, I'm just clearing things up for you, okay? I just wanted to make sure.
But yes, and anything more complex than a Gaussian distribution, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't get it.
I know Gaussian stuff only because of Gaussian noise.
Yeah. Again, a thing that is like, humans look at that and they're like, oh, that's random. And it's like, no.
Nope.
Gaussian
No
is
random.
Gaussian is in every mathematical sense, Gaussian is not random.
Right.
But people look at it and they're like, oh, that's random. Right?
Oh, that's so random.
There's that difference between the mathematical concept random and the perception of random.
I use it for areas that need to look natural because it looks, I mean, it looks natural. You know, it looks like dirt. You know, it looks like
It
sand.
looks like dirt.
It does look like dirt. Here, you want to see some Gaussian noise? Hang on.
Sure.
Stoker's like, oh, it's so thrilling.
Yeah, show me some dirt.
Yeah, Gaussian noise is usually how you add soft edges to images.
Right,
You add
yeah.
Gaussian noise to the edges.
It just looks grubby. You know, it looks like TV static.
Mm-hmm.
There, see, there's some Gaussian noise for you, Stoker.
TV static is itself a Gaussian distribution because
Right, because universe.
Where'd you put it,
background
Jonas?
In your Telegram.
Oh. I was expecting
I thought you were gonna share it with everybody.
Oh,
I
did
guess
you want
I'm
to
just special.
Okay,
I'm
here's the
just special.
I'll put it.
No, Jonas loves me best. Now, if you show it to everyone else, I'm not special anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I did.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not special.
Everybody not in the call's gonna know what the hell that is.
I mean, they can Google Gaussian noise.
They can, but will they?
Only time will tell.
And presumably the chat could also tell us.
Miller, can I grab at you about the ghost cube? Say yes.
Maybe.
Say yes.
What is the ghost cube, Jonas?
I'm glad you asked that question. The ghost cube is a Rubik's cube. Here, I'll show you a picture. Hang on.
It's a Rubik's cube. I'm just like, yes.
No.
This is the Jonas thing.
It's sliced in a really goddamn weird way. Hang on, let me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's one of those Rubik's cubes that you can like slide it diagonally or something.
You'll see. Hang on, let me just. Here, take a look in the Discord. This is the ghost cube.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. I had mine about 2 weeks before one of the cubelets popped off.
Oh no! You're
And-
never gonna get that back together.
Yeah, you get it because if it was just a sticker on a regular Rubik's cube, you could just put it back on. It wouldn't matter which way it's facing. With this thing, direction plays an inherent role in how it all fits together. So I could probably solve it, but I would never know for sure if I actually did. And that fills me with rage.
This is just making me look at this. This is being like, yeah, this is what happens when you write bad code that works. You have one piece that breaks, and then suddenly, oops,
Yeah.
it's all broken.
Oops, all broken.
No, I solved about 2/3 of it, and then the piece just fell off like as I was holding it in my hand, and I raged at Stoker because he was the only one around.
It's true. He told me it was my fault.
No, this thing is.
Stoker, when he does that, do you like bottle the rage and sell it on Etsy or something?
Yes, I get so much money for that.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Genuine gamer boy rage.
Gamer boy rage.
On the video game boy.
I'm the one who rages.
He
No,
is.
I have a wish list of about 20 Rubik's Cube looking things.
He doesn't have a problem though. Remember,
Yeah, I can quit
he
anytime I
can
want.
quit whenever he wants to.
Quit whenever he wants.
Look, it just keeps me from like losing my mind.
I have some bad news for you, Jonas.
Yes.
Oof, 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 ow, oof.
God damn it.
This is a combination of Jonas and watching Rick like struggle to
Yeah,
get the blue coin or the purple coins.
we're all rooting for you.
So there's clearly more than 100 in this thing.
Yeah, a lot of these they just give you 150 and say, collect 100 of them.
But yeah, if you ever want to like, okay, you know how like there's these legends that like vampires can be defeated by like spilling grains of rice on the ground and then like letting them count it. If you ever want to like completely like stymie me at a convention and just like force me to like not move for 5 minutes, just bring me like a rare kind of Rubik's Cube puzzle, like an unusual one, and be like, Jonas, you think you could solve this?
I'll bring you the Rubik's Cube Sudoku.
Incidentally, nobody tried to do that on me. It definitely wouldn't work.
Yeah. Yeah, bring me like the Sudoku or the or
There you
like
go.
Mephritag or some, or like the 5x5 or some shit.
And you still only have the 4
Yes,
seconds?
and you still have time, I guess.
Oh
Oh no.
We should do a channel wager, see if Rick can beat this thing before midnight.
Oh, I think he'll definitely beat it tonight. Before midnight, what, 6 minutes? Absolutely.
Yeah?
It's probably only going to take 1 or 2 more tries.
Or will it?
He just needs to get a handle on those like bent ones that are on the outside, because if you can swing by those really quickly, you pick up a lot of them at once.
It's really just a matter of doing this fast and pulling yourself along angles with a bunch of coins on them.
That's fair. None of that, Jonas.
Oh, why do you think I have
Hear
coffee?
none of that back talk.
Ah,
Yeah.
I talk, young man. I had none of it.
Oh, he did it. Or no, he didn't do it.
Not yet. He still got.
There we go.
There we go.
Ah, there he did.
He still
Well-
got grabbed it.
A winner is you.
Frederick, the Joy-Cons are not more accurate.
Hmm.
Pro controller isn't that bad. It's just tilt control.
I'm playing
better
with
than
tilt
the-
controls.
Yes.
Nothing to get all tilted about.
I keep forgetting you are actually playing this on Switch because I remember watching a playthrough of Galaxy not too long ago, but they were playing it on an emulator.
Yeah.
It was very clear they were using a mouse.
How do you play this game with a mouse?
Well,
It's easy. You
basically
just put out
when you're
the keys.
when you're emulating a Wii or the Wii U or something like that, you can just
Oh,
use a
yeah, I
mouse in
guess.
place of the motion controls for a lot of things.
I guess I can
I mean,
see
it doesn't give you like 3D movement, but you usually only need 2D movement.
that. Oh,
Mhm.
all right.
It's
Yeah,
true.
the Wii cursor and like pointing at stuff was basically just a fancy light gun. You didn't need actual 3D movement.
Hmm.
Yeah, think about that, Jonas.
All right, I'll just have to
Okay,
ruin it.
got one more 100 point star. I was hoping this one would be the cosmic race in this one because it is laughably easy.
Dun, 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 dun.
But yeah, Rubik's Cube is like one of my obsessions that I never have an excuse to talk about. And I'm not going to be that guy who's like who just like tries to wedge it in out of nowhere. Nice day. Hey, have you heard about this, this new Rubik's
Did
Toy
you know
from
there
the
was a
80s?
Tokyo? Do you know there's the Tokyo Toy Fair and they were talking about this new Rubik's Cube and it's really cool. You want to see it? It looks cool. Hey.
Yeah, I'm not going to be that guy. Like, I could be that guy, but I don't want to. Instead, I'll find lame excuses to talk about it. Like, really absurd segues.
Yeah, I would never do anything like that.
Shortwave radio is another topic where it's like, I think it's really cool, but I never have any reason to just bring it into context,
Oh God.
And, like, I have friends or that stuff, but, like, at a normal, sane, casual level.
And as we all know, Jonas doesn't do things sane and casually.
Well, not this stuff, anyway. Go big or go home.
I'm biting my goddamn lip to not take
What?
that phrase and turn that into something about Mouse West.
Oh, God. You know, we can't really talk about any of that on Twitch.
This is like, no, that's too much for Twitch.
We have to be
Cut
good.
it, move on.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
Oh Lord. So, Jonas.
Yes.
So, hey,
Yes.
I'm just trying to think of subjects to talk about. So if you don't want to talk about this, that's fine. But hey, I commissioned you like a month or two ago now.
I know. No, I know. Believe me, you're not the only one who has asked questions about that.
Okay.
It is in the pipeline. Your patience is appreciated.
All right.
I have a very competent manager, and she is whooping my ass to keep me in motion. So don't worry. Like really, it's taken a while. It's taken a while because I'm juggling a lot of stuff right now. But believe me, I will get to everyone.
Right.
Yeah, you have no
It's,
idea how much stuff that Stoker guy puts him through.
Yeah.
It's definitely a thing I've been sort of looking at more, especially
Right.
since, like I was saying at the top of the show, like my work has not been giving me a lot to do recently, so I've been having to like find my own stuff to do and sort of do my own management stuff, and it is hard.
Yeah, it's
to
not
sort of
easy to
figure
manage.
out what I'm supposed to do.
It's tricky to manage yourself. I actually found it. I mean, I did it for years, and ultimately decided that I need, I need a manager. So, Mariah has been very, very good at that. She has like actual like proper corporate management training. She's really good. But yeah, the thing about being your own boss is you always want to give yourself time off.
It's true. Ask me how I know.
But yeah, oh, hang on, we have a first time in chat. Wolf, I hope I'm saying that right. Fan of your work. Didn't know you streamed. Can't watch for too long, but thought I'd drop a follow.
Thank you, Volk.
Isn't that nice?
It's nice. I always liked that guy.
The guy that's literally never said anything in chat until just this moment.
Yeah, I like him. Prove that
Okay.
I don't.
I mean,
Aha! See?
I don't want to.
Checkmate, atheists.
If you want me to do your social engineering work to find out if you like people or not, you're gonna have to pay me for that.
Okay, fine, I did.
Is there an algorithm for that?
There's an algorithm for everything.
There is. His name is Mark Zuckerberg. He's the
Oh,
ultimate
no.
algorithm.
I mean, I knew he couldn't be human.
Yeah, all these people saying like he's a lizard person or something. God, so small brain. No, he's clearly an algorithm. Mark Zuckerberg created an algorithm, and then the algorithm replaced Mark Zuckerberg and is now wearing his flesh like a skin suit.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the mood.
God.
I think we've all been there, right? Right? It's not just me, right? Mm.
No, I think it's just you, Stoker. I'm sorry.
Jeez.
By the way, we are on the midnight hour.
Yeah, I gotta finish this.
Okay.
Friday, we can take a little bit of time.
Very well.
Rick
I
must
already
finish
have
what he
about
has
halfway
started.
through.
Oh, okay.
It took me a while to find what they wanted me to do to get to the other half.
It is Friday. All is well. Do not
it
open
Friday?
your windows tonight.
Oh, God.
It is Friday. All is well. Do not answer the noises you might hear.
Welcome to Night Vale.
Basically.
Do not take your dogs into the dog park.
Why is the camera tilting? Trying to give me the
Trying to show Mario splashing around because he baby.
He is baby, it's true.
Only baby
This-
Mario's baby.
What a weird frame for the Wiggler to stop on.
It's Jill bored.
No, I'm watching the wrong thing. God damn it. I'm watching the Twitch stream.
I've done that a couple times.
Uh-oh.
Spaghetti-ers.
Oh, I'm 15 seconds behind. Oh no.
Looks like you made a whittle fucky wucky.
Oh well. I wonder if anyone's ever actually tried to create a Protogen suit in real life, with the display face.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Seen
I
that?
was at the Astropher in Houston, San Antonio, I think. And they had a panel where the guy was talking about how he made his Protogen face mask that had all the expressions and stuff.
Man,
That's cool.
crazy.
I like that. I like that.
Still want to do an ED209 Protogen.
I'm sorry, what?
Have you seen RoboCop?
No. I know of RoboCop.
No,
But
you're
I've not like sat down and watched it.
You're a baby. Now there's an enforcement drone thing mecha called the ED209. I'll show you what it looks like.
Is it the big biped one that's got like the guns on the side?
Yeah, the chicken legs.
Okay, yeah, no, I know that one.
Yeah, I want to make that.
It blows apart the CEO or whatever.
Yeah. Well, no, actually, does that happen? Maybe.
That's what happens.
Okay.
It's not the CEO. It's one of the guys that.
Right. I was like not the old man. The old man survives.
It's Dude McFace, bro.
Yeah, it's doing better. I want to make that into like a for your Protogen, just cover it in fluff. Citizen, prepare to be hugged. Ooh woo.
I love it.
Would you be okay if it was like 2 feet tall? You could probably do that. I don't know if you can do a suit like that. You could probably do like an RC model like that.
2 feet tall would be cute. It just hugs your leg.
Hey Jonas, were you at the con with me where there was that incredibly like movie accurate Skeksis suit?
I was. We were
Love
together for
that
Yeah,
thing.
that was amazing.
Oh, it made me so
Ridiculous.
happy.
Ah,
I love it when people are bringing Skeksy back.
thank you. Good times.
Oh god damn it! Discord keeps clipping it out.
Oh, you're trying to do this.
I love doing a blind jump like this. That's fun. Okay.
Ah! I need that kind of procedural water in my life.
Say something about procedural water.
Yeah, I said Rick did a blind dive into the pool, and I was like, I need that kind of procedural water in my life.
Of course you do, Jonas. Of course you do. Don't let your dreams be dreams, Jonas. Hmm.
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 We're just doing Minecraft Villager. Huh. Does sound very dislike.
Does, doesn't it?
I know. He does. Not gonna let me
Oh
out.
shit! Do you have to go through again?
I have to go all around again.
All right.
I missed those 2 coins over there anyway. So
Yeah.
Say la vie.
They make you work for it.
Oh, did you want to present something to the council, sir?
Huh? Wait, what happened?
Oh, no, I was just commenting on you, like clearing your throat.
Oh, yeah. I'm tired.
Star.
I'm probably gonna conk early tonight.
I need to reset my sleep schedule again, but I'm not sure how I want to do it.
All right. Muzzle tough.
Isn't that
Well
blasphemous?
done. It's with
Saying Mazel Tov?
I don't know, is it?
Yes, it's a deep insult. You only say it in the most gruesome, dire situations. Merely uttering it.
Jonas, are you okay, Jonas?
I'm trying to think of something.
You're
suitably
breaking
horrific.
up more than usual.
I think Jonas is very tired.
Yeah.
I think it's time to put the raccoon to bed.
Yes.
Here we go. I made a little pile of trash for you. Here you go, nice and soft.
I'll
Lots of bread scraps. There's a
Tell
little
me a
spaghetti sauce
story.
on some of them.
because God. All right. Well, this has been a lot of fun.
It has been.
But now we must be on our way. So
We
thank
still
you,
have not
folks.
seen the most difficult star in Super Mario Galaxy yet.
Is
Oh no.
there one left? Is this it?
No.
Oh, okay.
There's like 20 some left.
Nice. All right. Well, we'll catch you next time. Thanks everyone for coming out, and
Drive safely on the way home.
yeah, drive safe on your way to the bedroom. Okay. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Night.
Good night.